We're going to get started. So first of all, thank you all for coming and giving up your lunch hour to listen to us talk about what is super exciting as the Greenest City Action Plan. So first things to note, first of all, my name's Amanda Mitchell. For those of you who haven't met me, I'm the planning analyst on the Greenest City file. And I'm also your pre-show entertainment, so I'm just going to give you a bit of context about Greenest City before we have Dave Ramsley and Sean Pander give you a little bit more overview. So first things you'll probably notice is that there's a camera in the room. So one thing that we've figured out how to get staff more aware of what's going on is to have these lunch and learn sessions, and come on in. And we're also going to be filming them and posting them on YouTube so that we can share that a little bit more with the staff. So just keep that in mind that this is going to be public. It's going to be on the website or on YouTube, so we can share it broadly. So, and on that note too, we have a dictaphone to record questions, which we'll hold on the end for questions. So Amy will be the lovely assistant running around, and if you don't mind saying your question into that, we can pick up the audio. So, what is Greenest City? As you probably know, in 2009, the mayor gave this throwdown that we were going to be the greenest city in the world and commissioned the Greenest City Action Team to figure out how we could do that. So where are we now with that? There's two reports that the Greenest City Action Team put out. So one was the Quick Start report in May 2009, and this is probably the only copy of the printed version that exists. The other one that came out in October 2009 was a Bright Green Future report. And so what this outlined 10 long-term goals on how we could become the greenest city. These were adopted by Council in February, and Council also directed staff to create implementation plans. So, and at that time too, over 2/3 of the Quick Start actions had already been underway. And that included stuff such as the citywide composting and the community garden outside in City Hall. So, in terms of structure and how the implementation plans are being created, there is the Greenest City Steering Committee that is comprised of all the working group chairs. There's also the interdepartmental working groups. There's one for each goal, so there's 10 interdepartmental working groups with over 70 staff members on them. So hands up if you were involved in, or if you're in one of the staff working groups. So there's a few here, excellent. These are also having external advisory committees that are influencing this, and there's over 100 individuals that represent industry experts, academia, the nonprofit world, and we're also having these implementation plans shaped by public input. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. So they're all going to be coming together to form these plans in April 2011. So where are we now? We have already established the working groups. We have already established the external advisory committees. We have launched our public engagement event. And where we're going future is in November to have a draft report. So all this work will lead to a draft report. And then we'll be launching a phase 2 of the public consultation to get input on what the public thinks about the reports we put together. And then again, the final plan will be going to council in April 2011. So Pachakucha, this is where we launched our online public consultation. We had over 2,000 people that came to this event. Big props to Lisa Brudeau, who helped set it up, and Amy Fournier. And that night we also launched the website, Talk Green to Us. And this website includes the video from the Greenest City Goals videos. It has the videos from Pachachka, so if you missed David Ramsley's fantastic presentation, you can go on there and have a look. And then, but most importantly, it also is this public dialogue and forum. So what we've done things differently this time, and to get public input, we are opening it up to the public and seeing so what's your big, bold, green idea? And they can relate on an idea based on whatever category. The categories relate to each one of the 2020 long-term or 2020 targets. So far we have 235 ideas, almost 5,000 votes, and 443 users. So people can vote for ideas, they can pitch ideas, and more importantly, they can comment on ideas. So if there's one thing you remember from today's presentation, it's this slide. How can you help us with this initiative? First things first, help us spread the word about Talk Green to Us. To do that, if you want to personally invite your networks, we can send around texts that you can forward around. There's cards and posters at the back that I invite you to take. So you know that poster board beside your laundry in your apartment, that's a good spot, or the coffee shop that you go to, or the community center, although they should be in the community centers. But if you can help us spread the word, that would be great. We're also, we're on social media, so Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, if you want to share those to your networks, that would be great. And the other way you can help is by actively participating. So we're inviting staff to participate within this dialogue. To share your ideas, to comment on ideas and suggestions, and offer city knowledge as well is also really fantastic. And there's 10 goals. So the goals, they're all outlined here. Today we're going to be talking about climate leadership and green buildings. We're also would like to invite you next Thursday. We're going to do a similar lunch and learn, and Andrew Pask will be talking about the local food in that group. So that's Thursday, July 29th. So that's pretty much what I have to say. And now I just wanted to invite Sean Pander, who's the Manager of Sustainability and the Chair of the Climate Leadership Working Group. And he's going to be talking about eliminating our dependence on fossil fuels and where his working group is.